Governor Aminu Tambuwal has shut down due to the prevailing insecurity in the state, occasioned by armed banditry, which has led to huge loss of lives and properties, undermining free movement of people, goods and services in the affected areas of the Governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, has approved an executive order in response to the situation, leaning on constitutional power conferred upon him by subsection 2 of section 176 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Governor Tambuwal issued the order to be known as Security Challenge Containment Order. The order took effect from September 1st, 2021 and directs as follows. 1. Immediate total closure of Isa Manona Road to all motorists until further notice. Travelers plying that roads are advised to go through Goronyo, Sabon, Bini axis. Lorries, trucks, or other vehicles carrying firewood from the forest are hereby prohibited. Suspension of the sale of all animal at the markets of Gada, Goronyo, Gudu, Ilela, Isa, Kebi, Sabon, Bikni, Shagari, Ramba, Tambuwa, Tazanga, Taganza, Turinta, and Wono local government areas. Prohibition of transportation of cattle using trucks, lorries in Gada, Goronyo, Gudu, Ilela, Sa, Kebi, Sabon, Bini, Sagari, Raba, Tambuwa, Tangaza, Tureta, Wono local government area. Prohibition of carrying 3 persons on motorcycles and more than 3 passengers on vehicle throughout the state. Prohibition of the sales of second-hand motorcycles at Gada, Goronyo, Gudu, Lela, Isa, Kebe, Sabon, Bini, Shagari, Raba, Tambuwa, Tangaza, Tureta, Achida, Gande, Gwadambawa, and Wono Market. Prohibition and motorcycles from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the state capital and 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in Gada, Goronyo, Gudu, Gwandabawa, Ilela, Isa, Kebe, Sabon, Bini, Shagari, Raba, Tambuwa, Tangas, Tureta, and Wono local government area. 8. Prohibition of the sales of petrol in jerrycans and filling stations. Only assignated filling stations are allowed to sell petrol and diesel of not more than 5,000 to motorists in Gadan, Goronyo, Gudu, Ilela, Isa, Kebe, Sabon, Beni, Shagari, Raba, Tambuwa, Tangaza, Tureta, Wono local government area of the state. Only authorized essential workers, health personnel, security personnel, and journalists could use treacle and motorcycles beyond the ban period. The Security Challenge Containment Order made public from a press statement signed by the State Commissioner for Information, Alhaji Isa Banjini, further emphasized that the governor urged the people of Sokoto State to adhere to the provision of the order, which is passed after wide consultation with all stakeholders and constituted authorities as well as security and law enforcement agencies, underscoring that the government took the measure out of the need to introduce additional countervailing measures in the affected areas in order to contain the banditry and mitigate to damage it. Is causing social and economic activities and preserve peace. Okay, if what he said is in the interest of the, then I don't see anything wrong in it. But the other way around, if they are talking about not being able to sell, for those people that are not selling fuel in jerry cans, that they should stop. If all this is done, are you sure that this man is not causing more insecurity in the state? Because some people will say that is their way of livelihood that is being taken away from them, and they might go into something else to gain access to money. This is another thing again. We should think about this again before the governor will actually start forcing people into things they don't want to do. Well, he was part of the conspiracy against good governance. Their own shadow are here chasing them. Happy to hear that you have woken up. Allah Kwa Ubaru. Wow. You must be very stupid, governor. This is what Mr. President said, which you played politics over it, that you will not obey. What are you now obeying? Okay, because so very careless about people's life. Tambuwal is security conscious. He is protecting lives and property of the state. How I wish other governors in support of open grazing should emulate the Sokoto strong man. Okay, well, I hear you guys are just waking up. Still, the central governor will call bandits and misguided children. Now, when these misguided children don't take over for Abuja, now that time we go understand wetin dey happen. Well, I don't really understand what this people really talking about, this Tambuwal of a man. But he was also among the people who's the issue of banditry. He was the one who was saying then that Sokoto is very safe. That was what he said. And now he's talking about insecurity and putting measure, so on and so forth. Well, good for him, since he thinks that it's better to save his people now than to wait for those people to attack their people. Anyways, if any southern governor rises to security challenge and enact all these laws and applicable in its environment, some northerners will rise up and say the law is against their people. No average will do, and don't do this because they know the government has done this for the good of the state. And everyone, Masari in Katsina is also soliciting for state police. No one challenged for hatred against non-indigents in the state because they know it's for the good of the state. Hope learn from all this. Are you talking about Hope Uzodima? I don't think so, because Hope does not really care about his people. All he wants is for to be noticed in the government house. That is all. He has nothing to do with any lives of citizen. If Masari is talking about police and state police, and Hope Uzodima is the one who is tarnishing the name of his own state police, then what are we talking about? That is the way for us to know that we, the Southerners, do not like ourselves at all. We are the ones who are always opposing each other and labeling all sort of bad names on ourselves. That's just it. Well, you can go to the comment section and share your take on this article. Thanks for listening.